What's going on, YouTube? So it's been quite some time. Actually, it's been a long time since we've posted a video. Kind of, sort of been doing a little bit of shorts. Got rid of the platinum. If y'all haven't noticed yet, based on a couple shorts we posted recently after that last platinum video we posted, we now have, well, had, once again I got rid of it, we had a 99 Wrangler TJ, and it was fun for a while. Traded that off for a King Ranch F-150, blew up, so yeah. Fun stuff with that kind of flipping business. So now we are on our way to look at a 99 Dodge Ram 1500 extended cab long bed, and we've been pondering on what to get, whether it's 2500, 1500. Just can't seem to make up my mind. And I've seen some 2500s, and I really want to go with a 2500, but I'll tell you why we're looking at this 1500. So the reason why we're looking at the 1500 is the owner says it's a long bed, so we'll see. The pictures kind of have me concerned a little bit, because I hate how pictures are. It just makes it look like it's a short bed. So I didn't ask him. We're already on the way out there anyway. But what drew me was it's got 155,000 miles. Hopefully that's all original, and hopefully that's the truth. Not one speck of dust, or rust, not dust, my bad. That's what he claims, not one thing of rust. Now, he said that truck's not immaculate, don't expect garage kept condition, whatnot. Oh well, it's a 99. But the fact that he claims no rust, zero rust, you know, the interior and the pics show that the interior is in immaculate condition. It's got a dash cover, which is cool. Don't know anything about if it's got a cracked dust, like, or cracked dash like every other Dodge Ram, second gen Dodge Ram has. And if you know your second gen Rams like I do, everyone knows that they're notorious for the cracked dashes, which they're almost non-existent nowadays. But luckily they actually have kits and whatnot to actually put them back together and make them look almost original again. So the rust is what's gonna help decide, or is helping us decide to get it. It's only like 30 minutes down the road from where we live, so that also helped out compared to everywhere else. If this doesn't work, I will probably pull the trigger driving 3 hours away to look at this 2500. It's supposedly a long bed V10 motor. The one we're looking at now has a 5.2, and I thought I'd give that a chance because I haven't had any issues since in my life since I've owned a 5.2 and a 5.9 before. So I'm real excited. Now, another con I don't like about it is it's got the stupid, and I'm probably going to offend people, haters going to hate, it's got that stupid fender flares on it. And I don't know if these are stick-ons. Hopefully they are. I pray to God, because I want to take them off. I don't want to do body work and whatnot. I have to replace fenders. But either way, they are stupid and I hate them, and it's just, they're not even like black or color match or anything like that. So I'll be taking those dang things off. So that, and another thing that I am surprised I'm going with is it looks like it's more of a base model. I don't think there's really carpet or anything. I think it's all rubber matting. It is 4-wheel drive. Like I said, the guy says it runs and drives and everything checks out. So I'm okay with the base model. It doesn't even got cruise control, it looks like. No fog lights, you know, whatnot. And it's got roll-up windows, which I've been doing some research, and there's people that have taken, you know, they got kits supposedly now too. But there's people that have supposedly swapped from a manual window setup to an automatic, but might not even like really matter to me, considering it's just T-doors and a manual. I mean, I own a TJ, so it doesn't bother me that much. The younger me would probably be like, oh, I gotta be bougie and have all this electric, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But no. We're gonna put a ranch hand on anyway, so regardless, the fog lights were gonna get deleted anyway. And like I said, the fender flares gotta go. I hate those things. But yeah, real excited. Hopefully this works out. in my favor. And yeah, see you guys when we get there. All right, y'all, here she is. Not bad, don't get me wrong. It's a nice truck, not one thing of rust, except for a tad bit of the frame. The base model. Interior is clean. But I'm not liking how she's running, and it is not a long bed. Those fender flares are stick on, but I like this truck if it wasn't like running rough. It's clean, and if it was a long bed, I probably would take it, but it's not a long bed. And the guy claims that he's bought it at an auction, he's just flipping it, and it's bad. Like the transmission doesn't shift properly, and I know, yeah, it's a 99, but it actually doesn't shift properly. You have to get off on it and try to smash the pedal for it to shift. Can't even get out of second gear at high revving. It's really bouncy and shaky. Guy says it's ball joints. I don't think it's ball joints. So I don't know. I mean, it sucks because it's stupid clean interior. So I don't think we're feeling this one. So on to the next one. Might have to drive 3 hours for the next one. Not feeling this at all. Okay, now that we're away from those people, story time. So pull up, look at the truck. Like, don't get me wrong, this truck for a 99 Dodge Ram 1500, yeah, it was basically a base model, but it was clean, like stupid clean. Like the frame barely had like surface rust. That's what I meant by rust earlier in the video. The suspension parts look pretty clean. The truck itself, the truck is immaculate. Like the truck and the everything on the body, the interior. You lift up the dash cover, yeah, I saw some chips and missing pieces and cracks here and there, but the whole face was like perfect. You wouldn't even know unless you actually like, you know, like moved up the mat or whatever. Not only is this going to be a story time, it's also going to be a teaching / learning moment for a lot of people on here. And let me tell you why. Number one, check for a check engine light. I had my mindset on it even when like I drove up here to get the truck, or at least look at it, and I didn't check for it. I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't check for it till like after the test drive, even though when I started the truck it didn't show up. But that explains a lot. 99.9% positive that any vehicle, I don't care what vehicle it is, all your dash lights should pop up when you turn the key at least once, or push button, whatever, once. Like accessory mode, basically, once. Including the check engine light. And I don't know about all vehicles. I know that like all the vehicles I've had, a check engine light stays on until you start the vehicle, then it'll go away. But like, it was not there. And I started like, you know, laughing and whatnot, like chuckling. Because after I drove the truck, I was like, that explains why there's something rough going on with the truck. I'm sure it wants to throw a code, but I didn't have my scanner, so I couldn't, you know, put the scanner in. Normally I bring the scanner. But I'm like, there's no check engine light, because that's normally what I look for, especially when a truck's running rough. It sounded good, but the exhaust didn't sound very well at all. And normally that tells me, too, that someone's trying to hide something and being shady, whether it was him or not. He claims he only had it for like a couple weeks, got it from an auction, cool, someone's trying to flip, you know, quick flip, whatever. he wouldn't have liked the offer I threw at it anyway, regardless if it was running rough or not. So that's number one. Like, check for a check engine light, people. And if you don't see one, still check and see if it lights up or not. Because if it doesn't light up, I mean, it's not there, which means there's something wrong. Like, someone's trying to pull some shady crap on you, or wants you to not see something going on with the vehicle. Like, I don't get people. Like, that's just number one. Second, dude says no engine issues or transmission issues, even though he said, I don't know if he was supposed to slip up or not, but he said he only owned it for like 2 weeks. Explains why, you know, they said it's an open Kentucky clear title, whatever. I'm sure he'd do title jump, whatever. People do it around here nowadays. Doesn't mean it's right, I'm just saying. But just driving, it didn't want to shift. Uphill, downhill, whatever. You'd have to sometimes mash the pedal or let off the pedal for it to attempt to shift. And it just, like, even in second gear, it did not want to go. Like, it's just, I'm just like, nope. I'm like, I know these Dodges very well, and nope. So there's that. And then it sounded rough, especially when you drove it. It had a little throaty exhaust, kind of, sort of. I mean, it's what you expect out of a 5.2. It's not going to sound anything like a 5.9, but it's just as powerful, maybe more torquey. A lot of people argue between the 5.9 and the 5.2. A lot of people say the 5.2 is better for towing, more or less, than the 5.9. And then you got people that talk shit about, you know, the V10s or the force, correct me if I'm wrong, 4.6s or whatever. But it didn't sound good. Almost like it was just not firing on all cylinders, and that could be something as simple as a spark plug, probably, or a wire on those, or something more drastic and more expensive, probably, or more in depth. Just probably had like a massive, you know, something as stupid as a vacuum leak, or it could be something as stupid as a major fix. Who knows? Like I said, clean truck. Like, I definitely would have hands down gotten it, even though I knew from the start that it was not a long bed, which is a big disappointment. But I could have probably lived with it, maybe flipped it as soon as I got it, cleaned it up a little bit. But it all boils down to the fact that when I brought it back, before I can even talk him down on the price, check engine light. That's just a clear sign to me that someone just knew something, or was trying to hide something and pull a fast one, whether it was him or not. Because one thing I learned is you can't always be buddy-buddy, especially with someone you don't know, so when it comes to buying a vehicle, in my opinion, unless it's someone you absolutely know. His story about buying it at an auction and trying to flip vehicles, he doesn't drive them, and he'd rather drive his little S10 and yada, yada, yada. Cool. That story might work for everyone else, and that might actually very well be the truth, but I don't buy anything if I don't know someone, unless I plan on being good friends with them. And normally I'm that person where it's like, you don't judge a book by its cover, and don't, you know, unless you give me a reason to not trust you, I always trust people. But nowadays, there's so many people out there that right out from under your nose, they'll be so like dishonest and unloyal and so quick to pull a fast one on you. It's crazy, just to make a quick buck nowadays too, even, you know. So there's just many reasons. Like, it sucks because it is such a clean truck. I know I keep saying that, but I can't keep stressing that. It was such a clean truck. It sucks because if it was a long bed, I don't know, I probably maybe would have considered it, or tried to be like, oh, I'll come back, I'm gonna bring my scanner, I want to check something. Maybe, who knows? Or if the price was right, I would have taken it anyway and tried to flip it. But that right off the bat told me that if nothing else checked out after realizing it wasn't a long bed, then I wasn't gonna be happy with it, and I wasn't gonna get it, and I knew it from the rip, off the rip. Like I said, though, it sucks. Not a thing of rust on that body or anything. And it was a base model, and it wasn't a long bed, and I started getting in my head, you know, like, this isn't what I want to settle for. I was going to settle for, this is not what I want. This is a sign. So, yeah, I still drove it. Wanted to show y'all what it looked like, didn't want to end the video or start up, the video, be like, hey, I drove it, didn't like it, blah, blah, blah. I still wanted to get some footage to show you. It's a clean truck, but for $99, manual windows, base model option, had the rubber floors and everything like that. It was a clean truck. Actually, the paint job was immaculate, well taken care of. Wasn't a fan of the fender flares, but those could have got ripped off. There was no rust underneath. I don't think it was, drilled holes in them. Wasn't a long bed for me, so that's a no-go. You short bed people, there you go, there's your truck. If anybody's in Kentucky looking for a clean second-gen Ram, that maybe they could probably get ahead of the issues. Because like I said, it could be something really stupid and minimal. Regardless, there's no check engine light, or it could be something stupid expensive down the road. Who knows? I'm not willing to take that chance, especially on something that I'm being picky and I probably wouldn't be happy because it's not what I was looking for. Guy wrote it as a Ram 1500 long bed. I went because pictures can be deceiving nowadays, because even on long beds, when I've looked at trucks and they were long beds, they still look like short beds in pictures. So for that, I'm out. So but yeah, back home, gonna revisit to Facebook Marketplace, good old Facebook Marketplace. I hate that. When I sold my King Ranch, I don't know how many people were they're just so stupid and time wasters on Marketplace. It just sucks. But you live and you learn. I got the money that I lost so much money on that truck, and I'm just not out there to screw people. So, back to the drawing board, gonna look at what I want. I know what I want. I'm still trying to look for a 2500 or a 1500 long bed, next to no rust on it. This one just had low mileage, and I was like, I can't go wrong, even if it was a short bed. Like I said, I probably would have flipped it or something like that, but not when I don't know the history and the reasoning why there's no check engine light at all, like someone pulled the ball over or something like that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna cut this video, being that I thought this was gonna be a short video, especially if I didn't take the truck, because I was gonna include more adventures with y'all in the same video and make it like a compilation kind of vehicles I've seen and test driven and whatnot. But being that I told y'all a story, and this was like more of a story time slash turned into a story time slash lesson learned, video, I think this will be it for this video. Sorry for a lot of the talking, but hopefully y'all will learn. I learned the basics when you look for a vehicle. Check engine light, like I said, is the biggest pet peeve. Is there a check engine light? It's why I carry a scanner now, or try to, when I go look at vehicles. Unless I'm very aware of the truck and I kind of, unless there's no issues and whatnot. But that's the biggest thing. And like I said, for me to not see the check engine light pop up at all, even when you turn the key to accessory mode, tells me that's a red flag on that vehicle. Let alone when I drove it, it was just acting all crazy, like it had a misfire or whatnot, or it could be so bad, but it could be so stupid. Like I said, I don't know. Not being a short bed and whatnot too, or not being a long bed, but that is definitely why I don't trust people, even when they're actually trustworthy people. It sucks, but this is where this world has come to. So I'll cut this video here. I'll make another one if I can or have the time and energy to, when we go look at another vehicle. Was gonna do another one tonight, but I'm not driving anywhere else. I'm gonna turn in, get fresh start at work tomorrow. Maybe after work, go look at another one. So we're not done. This is not over. I'm still gonna try to go for a second gen Ram, I think. Maybe a third gen if the price is right on a 4-door. There's been a lot of 4-door long beds actually. So, and there's another guy, I'm waiting for him. I guess he works on a boat. He won't be back to the 3rd. And I'm in the middle of a deal of working out a deal with him for a 24 valve long bed extended cab Cummins. And it's nice. He's got all kinds of crazy stuff done to a tune. That's a 5-speed, I believe. 4-wheel drive, this and that. Some issues, but it runs and drives. So that'll be story for another day. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. Make sure if you want to follow, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Could always use the I could always use the subscribers. And I'm trying to get back into YouTube, not for money or anything like that, like a lot of these YouTubers do. I'm just trying to sit here and create a little hobby or something. It definitely is worth getting back into. So I'm gonna try to get back into it. Maybe help y'all out. Maybe start some videos on what to look for, you know, when you look for vehicles, so no one else gets screwed over, because I got screwed over majorly, and I'm trying to get back up on top with so much that I've lost. So yeah, till next time, y'all. Bye.